Hello, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, 4 people were found shot to death in a car in Cumberland County. Authorities say a shooting near a former mountain resort was deliberate and targeted. Investigators are still working to identify the victims, who were young, possibly including more than one juvenile, and they believe the victims were killed in the spot where they were found. The bodies were discovered by a Renegade Mountain resident who spotted the parked car on his way to work. We're told investigators don't believe the shooter was among the victims, and they've already developed some leads in the case. Northgate Mall in Hixson is adding a major retailer. Burlington, which was formerly known as Burlington Coat Factory, is putting its first store in the Chattanooga area. The national off-price retailer will take over the old Belk department store space, and several other shops are relocating to accommodate Burlington. Construction is expected to begin in January, with the grand opening scheduled for October 2014. The Chattanooga Theater Center will likely be closed down unless $90,000 is raised this fall. The executive director took to the internet and social media to warn supporters of the financial crisis. The Tennessee Arts Commission recently cut its funding to the theater by 25%, and ArtsBuild cut its theater funding almost in half since 2008. Theater lovers are asked to make any donation to help the Playhouse, which is in its 90th year. A former juvenile counselor working on a state contract has been charged with 6 counts of statutory rape. Authorities say 29-year-old Jamie Tesoro was having sex with one of her clients in Monroe County. She's since been booked into the Monroe County Jail on a $25,000 bond. A woman has been arrested after police say she shot a man who tried to drive away after hitting her car. Derlon Lasha Johnson pulled her gun on the man to try to get him to stop, but according to a police report, he pulled forward and struck the gun while it was in her hand, and it went off. 19-year-old Ignacio Diaz-Velazquez was wounded in his left side and taken to a hospital in critical condition. Johnson faces charges of aggravated assault, unlawful carrying of a firearm, and reckless endangerment. A teenage girl was shot by deputies in Cumberland County. The TBI says 19-year-old Victoria Goss slipped out of her handcuffs in the backseat of a patrol car while officers were arresting her boyfriend. She then hopped behind the wheel and sped toward 2 officers. She was chased down, shot, and flown to the UT Medical Center. Finally, Dr. Marilyn Brown is returning to TVA's board. The move comes 9 months after her presidential reappointment was held up by Senators Bob Corker and Lamar Alexander. Brown is a Nobel Prize winner who previously served for 2 years on TVA's board. But when President Obama nominated her for another term, Corker and Alexander urged the president to nominate someone else with, quote, better credentials. The senators raised questions about her approach to TVA's finances and conservation incentives. Obama declined the senators' request, and Brown will return to the board for its next meeting in November and will serve through 2017. Turning to weather, today will be mostly sunny with a high near 84 degrees. The low tonight will be around 55. That's our newscast for today. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.